as I am so often want to say, merry meet and blessed be. You're wondering about that song, that hymn that I played as a lead into my showing my face here. Non nobis Domine. Very special to me. Not us, Lord. Not us, but to your name be the glory. Now think about that for a moment. If you're a Wiccan or a pagan, you've probably got somebody that you talk about as Lord, if anything else, the Lord and the Lady. I certainly know Allfather Odin and a number of others. But that's not the issue. And of course the Christians have their Lord. Actually a few, if you take a look in some depth, but take a look at the message. Not to us, but to your name be the glory. And that's the point. That's the point. If a few people would realize that if more people would get that point, some of the mess that we find in organized religion might suddenly disappear as if by magic. And that's part of what I'm trying to do here. Welcome to the Universal Episcopal Church. One thing I can promise you, we are not like anybody else that you've ever come across. And we're going to stay that way. Episcopal, yes, because we have bishops. And here I am. Some of you know me as Aiden Odinson. Well, I'm also known as Most Reverend Calvin Lippett, a.k.a. Bishop Cal, or whatever else you'd like to call me, provided it can be repeated in civil mixed company. But Episcopal because I'm the presiding bishop, and we're going to be having some other bishops. And we're universal. I should actually say, but we're universal. And that's a big point. What I'm building here is a bridge. A bridge that we can all cross. And we need it. What do we want to offer here? Well, number one, a sense of home. And you'll see, as you've noticed, the title, Church Back Home. It's what I've been trying to do with the Secrets in Plain Sight. That's what I've been trying to do with Mass for the Shutout. And especially for those of you who are away from home, who are away from your spiritual home especially. And for those of you who have, for one reason or another, lost your sense of spiritual home, regardless of where you are physically. That's a part of what I want to do here. Something else has to do with your spiritual journey. Your spiritual journey makes many stops along the way. I started out as a Methodist. And then I became a member of the Protestant Episcopal Church, which has nothing to do with the Universal Episcopal Church, I can promise you, as we have nothing to do with them. And then I went into the New Age, and then I went into the Wiccan, and I spent a bit of time as an Odinist, and then more time as a Wiccan. Jerome Birnbaum taught me the Kabbalah. And from there I started finding things coming together, which I thought was strange because I saw things going apart a while back. There was a time, yes, there was a time when I was made to feel, between the things that I was being told, that I didn't need to find another church. I needed to find another God. And that's a basic point here. Yeah. I've been known to say that I was told enough about God's will to qualify the Christian God for a restraining order. Well, you know what? I don't care whether you're talking about Christian, Hindu, Jewish, Muslim, Shinto. Abuse in the name of religion does not come from the deity. It comes from people who think they're acting on behalf of the deity, or try to claim that they're acting on behalf of the deity. And that's part of the healing that needs to be done. That's part of the reconciliation. And another, when you cross a bridge, you've been to the other side of the bridge. You're on one side, but you were on the other. And you're not going to burn that bridge down. And there's a lot to be thankful for on that other side. And the other side is the valid other side of the bridge too, isn't it? So you know what? We got to work at reconciling that. And one of the biggest tasks on any spiritual path is getting reconciliations and supposed contradictions and inconsistencies to work together into a pattern. Sometimes you got to dig pretty deep. And in my case, I've got a real need for that. Quite a number of years ago, laying on a hospital gurney, I'd been stabbed in the stomach. I'd also been made to feel that the deities that I'd been following didn't want me anymore. And I felt the need to call on a deity. I remember my mother telling me about our Norse heritage. And I knew who that chief god was. And I called out his name. Odin. Not that calmly either, but very loud. And then a version of his name that's in a way that hasn't been spoken in normal conversation for probably about 1,000 years or so. And I remember an old man in a gray beard looking me in the eye. All that I've accomplished since then began that night in 1994, March of 1994. I'm not going to thumb my nose at that. I have to honor it. I have to remember it, and I have to cherish it. I don't just have to, I want to. And I think the reason is obvious enough to you. So yeah, we're going to be working out reconciliation. A place to learn. And freedom in both directions. Freedom to go and explore. I'm going to be doing something here for you that at one time, back in the 1970s, when I was a young 20-something, that I wanted to do very badly. So badly that it hurt. Unfortunately, church politics got in the way. And faction fighting. And I was part of the wrong faction. I'm offering a Eucharist using the 1928 Book of Common Prayer. I'm building a bridge. And that bridge is to see just how much we can do working with El Shaddai and Mar Yeshua. Look at some of the, what I call, forgotten scriptures. People talk about John 3:16, and I don't even want to go into that one, because you've heard it already. John 10:16, sheep which are not of this fold. How many flood stories are there? How many sons of gods died for our sake? How many gods sacrificed themselves for us? Odin hung from a tree for 9 days to learn the things he needed to do to help us. Fine, let's see what we can bring together. Nobody saw any problem when I was following Odin, but also wanted to enjoy the company of Lord Cernunnos, Lady Caradwyn. So let's see what we can find here. In the meantime, please welcome to here at St. Uriel's. Yeah. It's named after one of the archangels that some of the churches don't recognize. Well, guess what? I do. And we're going to be recognizing some people that others have not quite gotten around to. Tempest Smith, for one. And you'll see what I'm going to be doing for her come February. In the meantime, I hope that gives you an idea of what I'm going to offer here. And I hope it gives you enough of an idea that you'll be curious enough to see just what it is this crazy guy is going to do. Because I know what I've seen. And I know what I've been shown. And I'm not going to tell you what it is that I've seen and been shown. But I'll help you as best I can to find it for yourself. Blessed be. This has been a presentation of the Wise Ones Net. Merry part and blessed be.